nature. Let's talk about this Bad Bunny story. Like, I gagged when I heard this story. So, a Bad Bunny concert in Atlanta this past May was the target of a mass shooting by a white supremacist looking to incite a race war against, ahead of the presidential election. These damn Trump supporters out here acting a damn fool. So it said on Tuesday, a federal grand jury indicted Arizona resident Mark Adams Prieto, charging him with firearms trafficking, transferring of a firearm for use in a hate crime, and possession of an unregistered firearm. Now, according to authorities, Prieto was planning to stage a mass shooting at a Bad Bunny concert in Atlanta, hoping to start a race war ahead of this year's presidential election. The FBI arrested Mark Adams Prieto last month after investigating him for months, as NBC News reports. Now, last October, an informant told the FBI that 59-year-old Prieto had plans to incite a race war. The informant allegedly talked to Prieto at gun shows over several years. Prieto was a vendor and claims that Prieto repeatedly endorsed the idea of a mass shooting targeting Black people, Jews, and Muslims. The FBI kept Prieto under surveillance for months and allegedly tried to recruit the informant and an undercover FBI agent to help him with a mass shooting at an Atlanta rap concert while selling them guns. Prieto allegedly figured that there would be a lot of Black people at the Atlanta show, and Black people at a Bad Bunny concert? I mean, don't get me wrong, my Spanish is terrible, but I love me some Bad Bunny. It's like, I understand it, but like trying to speak it, it ain't happening. So it's that Prieto allegedly figured that there would be a lot of Black people at the Atlanta show, and he wanted to put up a high body count and leave Confederate flags behind as a message. Now, according to the informant, Prieto planned to carry out his attack at one of two Bad Bunny concerts at Atlanta State Farm Arena last month. Per NBC, they said, and I quote, Prieto told the undercover agent that he wanted them to wear hoodies, according to the affidavit, because he believed no one was going to be suspicious about someone wearing a hoodie at a rap concert. But here's the thing. When you go to a rap concert, or any concert, they have metal detectors. They have those type of things. So how are you getting in there with these guns? You plan on shooting your way through? So they also said that Prieto also allegedly considered pushing back the shooting to something later in the summer, though it's not clear when or where. The FBI arrested Prieto on a New Mexico interstate on May 14th, the date of the first Bad Bunny show. During the arrest, he admitted to discussing plans for such an attack, but said that he didn't actually plan to proceed with the shooting. Prieto apparently admitted to selling an AR-15 to an undercover agent, telling the agent that the gun would be good to use in such an attack. During the search of Prieto's home, agents also found an unregistered short-barreled rifle. So this is the issue that I was like, why have we not dealt with the overall gun situation in America where it comes to like all these mass shootings and stuff that's going on? Like we're about to come up on, I believe, the anniversary of Sandy Hook, where it was, or maybe it happened around, I don't remember, but I remember it was like, I saw a story where the kids that survived Sandy Hook were honoring the ones who didn't make it, and they're graduating high school. That's how far back this goes. That's like almost 20 years ago. We've still been dealing with constant mass shootings. Well, actually, remember, Columbine was the first one that kicked things off. And then they went and tried to, blame, they tried to blame Marilyn Manson. It was a whole situation. So, I just find it that it's just crazy out here in these streets. And look, so if y'all Latinos out here that be wanting to vote for Trump, think y'all are exempt from this race war, here's a prime example. Because we know that there's a lot of you Latinos that like to vote Republican. I'm not saying that Democrats is any better, because this whole situation where the Democrats have been horrible with their campaigning and letting the people know what they've actually been doing for the communities. They haven't been cutting up clips or anything. They haven't been posting things on their social media. Their media team is horrible. Democrats have always been horrible at trying to get the message out there. Republicans are very good at inciting riots, race wars, with their crazy bigoted bullshit from nut jobs like Marjorie Taylor, big back, black bud bitch, whatever the fuck they call her, that big back heifer. McGilla gorilla looking bitch. That Planet of the Apes heifer, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and you got the other one, Roseanne, out here spewing her BS, her hate messages and all this other foolishness, and so many others that's been coming out here saying the foolishness they've been doing. And the media has been eating all this up. So instead of y'all actually spending time to really pushing the messages of why people should be voting for Trump, y'all just out here every time the man fought, every time the man say anything out his stupid ass mouth, it's national news because the media is playing this up. And if we really look at it, this foolishness all started in the era of Bush. So George W. Bush walked so Trump could run. And it's funny how the media isn't bringing this up. So I say all this to say it's crazy out here in these streets in regards of, Benito possibly having to deal with a mass shooting at one of his concerts. Sidebar, I'm actually looking forward to that trap movie that's coming out with Josh Hartnett as a serial killer that goes to a concert with his daughter. And it's actually the whole concert is at the whole arena is considered a trap for the captor the killer because they feel like he's going to show up and get his next victim. So I'm actually looking forward to that. But I hope that movie is better than that movie that came out. Was it Travelers or Stranger? Whatever. What is that movie called with his daughter? Which actually got bad reviews. A lot of people say it's not a good movie. But I'm gonna check it out when it comes out on the streaming. But anyway, this to me is just crazy how we're in this society of like people have access to semi-automatic weapons. I just don't understand the whole purpose of why we're still selling these type of weapons to regular civilians. Like, what do you need that type of gun for? It's not like when you shoot something, it leaves nothing left. And then we have the thing with Uvalde and so many other things that's been going on with these mass shootings. So I don't like what's been happening with this sort of thing. But I am glad in a way. We definitely need stricter gun laws in this country. We really do. I just don't understand the purpose of guns. I don't understand people's obsession with guns. Like, don't get me wrong. I like the glamorization of guns in movies and things, but the whole thing in real life, y'all just be doing the most with, y'all just be thinking y'all here playing cowboys and Indians for real, instead of just realizing the difference between reality and fantasy and stuff, and how y'all let that whole situation with the gun laws expire back in the day. And that's why we in the situation we're in. So I say all this to say, let me know what you think of this story, this crazy story, down below in the comments.